Hey everyone, FiGuy448 here, and welcome to another episode of FTB Vanilla Plus. It's been a little while since I recorded, and so let me show you what has been going on as soon as the world loads here. Minecraft. Anyway, I just thought while we sit here, I did record an episode. And we made a little progress on the house, which I'll show you in just a minute. But for some reason, OBS, which is the software that I use to record the gameplay, had an update. And evidently when it updated, it took away my default sound input device. So here I was yapping away for 20 plus minutes, doing some work and having a great old conversation with you guys. And it did not record a single bit of it. So I decided instead of trying to do a voiceover on the episode, which honestly would be a royal pain, I decided that I'll just chalk that up to basically an episode where I did stuff off camera. But anyway, let's go over here and take a look at what we have done, or what I did, while you guys... well, I guess I could post it in mute, but, you know, I tend not to be the most entertaining to begin with, so I didn't want to put you guys through all that. I did add a bunch of dyes. During the last episode, we went on a little walkabout and went on a search for blue flowers. I think I had 5 when I left you guys, and I only found 3 more, so, yeah. Didn't have much luck there. I did cook up a bunch of cactus, so I did get some green dye and got about a stack and a half of red flowers. So that's pretty much where we sit as far as the dyes go. Now, you know, look at flipping through, we can pretty much do all of these things with the amount of dye we currently have. Guillotine. Ooh, what is this? Torture devices? Coffin skeleton. Huh. You know, Halloween is coming up soon. Well, that's good to know. Maybe I'll keep that in mind. And we'll decorate the house for Halloween. If I could get it finished, that is, by then. Don't have too much time left. It's right at the end of September, so I've only got a couple weeks to get it rolling. But looks like we can do pretty much most of what we need. Oh, some pumpkins. That's kind of cute. It looks like, yeah, this is the important stuff right here. As far as household decoration goes. Lighting. Stained glass. Oh, that would look kind of cool. I'm guessing that these actually do put off actual light. Ceiling fans. Oh, neat. But yeah. Oh. Did you guys see any sofas? No, it looks like a bunch of chairs. But anyway, yeah, it looks like we can do pretty much everything we want to do. Minus a few things, which, you know, whatever. That's fine. But anyway, we will play with that when the time comes. And I do want to add... I do not intend on making this entire top like dead square or anything, but oh, I did have a creeper blow up over here. That's why there's this big hole. And had I recorded sound, you guys would have seen that. Thankfully, I didn't get the house. But anyway, what I've decided is, let me show you guys up here real quick. I talked about putting an entrance into the house up here, And after kind of walking around and looking at a few different things, I've determined that there's really not a good place to put an entrance into the house on this level. Mainly because I don't really want to push this way out. I kind of want to keep this hill as close to formed as possible. Obviously, I'll probably add a little bit. It might push out a couple rows, the hill itself, because I don't want to kind of like a sheer face. I do want the hill to look somewhat natural, and I do want a kind of a cool pathway leading up here. So we'll probably do a lot of terraforming, push the hill out, a few rows at least, and I have like some sort of stairs, decking structure, whatever, to kind of work our way up here. But as you can see, the way the layout of the house, well, the planned layout is this would be kind of like the great room here. The stairs there, I'm definitely not moving. This would be a little storage cubby in here. This would be, kind of the half bath, if you will, a little dining area, and then of course the kitchen. But and obviously the big patio, which is the kind of the big feature up here. So there's not really a good way to get to this floor from out there without really disrupting the layout. And one thing that I need to consider also is a stairway up here. So we might actually lose this little cubby. And actually, let's go ahead and take that out now, because I think that the stairway is going to have to come up through here. And maybe we'll shrink the bathroom just a little bit. I mean, all we need in here is basically a toilet and a sink. This will be a little half bath, so maybe the stairs from downstairs will come up here, and we'll go from there. Possibly we'll work that out a little bit later, because I don't really want to take a whole lot away from this room, because I want to decorate this room a lot. And obviously the kitchen will be decorated a lot as well. So we'll figure out something to do with this back little corner. But so I've decided that we're gonna have the I guess the main house, the main entryway is going to be down here. And what I'm thinking is having the stairs system kind of come up around here, have like an outdoor path, and just have the walkway lead all the way up through here, and then this be kind of the front porch area. And somewhere along this wall we'll just have like a big bank of doors where you can enter in, and then we'll obviously I guess separate this out. I did change the floor in here as well to make that all this one style. I still don't know if I like this, but it'll do for now. We can always change it around later, and I do intend on adding some carpet, so I think that'll look kind of cool. And I've decided I think I'm going to leave the floor up top, maybe that marble white, and we'll pretty it up with some carpet. Mainly because I just don't know what other material I'd really want up here, and I do want this to be kind of sleek looking. And down here can be more the rumble room, the warmer tones. But let's sleep real quick. I was messing around with columns, and I'll show you kind of the consensus on that, which you guys hopefully you'll like. I played around with a couple different options, and I found one that I think will work well for the look I'm going for. But had this, didn't really care for that. Let's actually, this tree comes in real handy. But I decided to go with something like this. I had that, 2 stacks of that, and it looked alright, but I think that combination looks really good for what we're trying to do here. Also went with the cobble, the chisel cobble with the light panel. That's going to kind of be our patio way for the front porch. I wanted something to kind of break up just the flatness and the the non-texture of this. And I still want to add something along like this lip right here just to kind of break up the flatness, because this is a pretty flat side of the house. And I may actually do something up there as well, even if it's just glass, just to kind of make it look like layers, because right now it just looks like a big huge box. And kind of want to, at least from a distance it does, and I kind of want to break that up a little bit. But go ahead and remove these, and I'll find some fancy I guess lip to put along here as well. But like I said, I envision maybe the stairs coming up through, I don't know, maybe up through this way. This kind of seems to be naturally stair-stepped enough as it is. And then we can have like a turn off to the gardens over there, and then maybe a turn over to the house here. And I think that'll be good. Also need to work on this area as well. Thinking about maybe turning this into like a fancy little garden area right up on the side of the house. Would add in some shrubs and some different plants, and we'll kind of see how that works out. But in today's episode, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of play around and come up with a few different options for stairs. Let's see, did I bring stone? Yes, I did. Also determined that I ran out of a bunch of stone, so we had to go get some cobblestone. At some point I'm gonna need to do some significant mining, because don't have went and mined for marble yet again, and pretty much this is all we got left. And I think that once we get into the roof and filling in the walls and all that, we're gonna probably go through that pretty darn quick. So definitely gonna have to get some more marble. Not only that, but once we get into the build down there, I don't think we're gonna use marble, because I don't want all the houses to look identical. I kind of want this to be the main, the main feature. But then again, also because it is just an absolute pain to mine. Oh, I mean, it's not like it's hard to find, but what am I looking for? I'm looking for there we go. Yeah. It's not hard to find, but just the fact that I just keep running out and I have to keep going back for more, it's just frustrating. Also got to figure out, how we're going to handle that. I'm thinking of maybe putting kind of like a little decorative marble block there as kind of the threshold. One idea I did have too is to kind of stretch this out and kind of put a screened in porch, maybe back over here, just to give it yet another dimension and like another little outside area. And then maybe turn this into like a grilling patio, and then obviously the pool lounge area. So that's kind of the plan for this area. Obviously got to do a lot of filling in. Let's go ahead and work on that now while we kind of think out loud. Repair the creeper damage. But yeah, I think that the inside is going to take a little while to figure out, because I want to make sure I do that really well. So we may switch around and do some indoor projects, some outdoor projects. Get down in the village down there and start working on some of those buildings. One thing I did see is there are a bunch of signs in the DecoCraft bench and the Deco bench that we can do, which you know, obviously I think would be good for the different specialty shops and such that I'd like to have down in there. You know, I'm not going to worry about bringing that up all the way because we're going to be replacing the dirt blocks eventually with something else. So let's go ahead and dig these out. But well, so much for that. But I did notice that the chisel mod with the glass, it does have like screens. So I think we'll do some sort of screened-in porch here. Not anything major. And we'll probably drag the porch out this far. So let's go ahead and actually do that. I think I have some more of these blocks left. Got one there, and I know I had some somewhere else. I think over here. Yeah. But yeah, I think this will look good. Just have to make sure to get the columns right. Oops, too far out there. But I like the look of those columns. I think that'll look really good. But we do need to kind of find a lip for that. And man, that's a long drop. Let's how much dirt? See, I don't have a whole lot of dirt either. That's no good. So let us do this. And I will fill in underneath this afterwards. Maybe just do 2 rows. Yeah, maybe just do 3 rows. As I don't want to look too derpy, and I don't want to get creepers all up in our stuff again, like the silent episode. You know, I may hang on to that video, and then if there's ever some sort of renaissance movement on YouTube where there is no audio and it's just all visual, maybe I'll bring it back and it can be the special silent episode. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, still learning process, guys. I know I'm, you know, between the 2 series, I'm 30 some odd in, but still have a long ways to go before I consider myself competent as far as all this recording business goes. That is gonna hurt if I fall off there, and I don't think I have a whole lot of armor. No shoes, no pants. About to lose my chest piece, so it's probably about time to get a little more armor. But one thing trying to figure out is the pathway that I want to have, because I kind of want it to look natural, and then as we get closer to the house, you know, the lines start to get a little more streamlined, except for this area, which I think is kind of a good contrast. Probably get rid of this sand, but I think it'll look good to have kind of a natural area that's a little not necessarily overgrown, but not super manicured and super symmetrical, just something a little abstract over here around this water feature, and you know, and then all of a sudden you've got your super clean lines and the different houses, with this house at least. And I do think that I'm gonna come up with some pattern in the ceiling here, just because I think it would look kind of cool, at least on this bottom level. And then if we decide to do something on the top level here, then we'll go ahead and do that. But again, I'm thinking that it'll be more, this will be sleeker, and there'll be a lot more decorative items up here. So maybe we won't mess with that too much. But yeah, let's while I'm up here, go ahead and fill that in with slabs. I should probably do that for the entire floor up here, but I just want to get rid of this just because it's a little distracting when I'm trying to. That's a problem. Yep. So I see that being a problem already. Let's do this. So if we've got a slab there, right? Can we not put a slab there? No. So, okay. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and fix this all the way. So it looks like the chisel blocks are slightly larger than half a block thick. So, yeah, you know what? Let's just leave that there for reference, and maybe we'll come up with some design on the ceiling and give it a little bit of shape. Yeah, I think that'll work. But oh no. Let's run away. I definitely don't want you messing up anything. You know what? Let's go from this side. I was talking about that skeleton, by the way, in case you guys didn't see it. Because if he's got those explosive arrows and he starts blowing up this house, I'm not going to be a happy camper. So, come on. Okay, regular guy. Alright. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to call it an episode here. We're about at the time limit anyway, and I got some thinking to do on kind of what to do with the front of that. Probably going to finish building those columns and finish doing some terraforming anyway. But anyway, also got to work with this a little bit because from a distance this looks like a big box and all this looks really flat. So maybe add some glass or something just to kind of break up the monochrome color and give it a little more definition from distance. But anyways, this is going to be a pretty extensive work in progress. I can see us kind of tinkering with this a lot before we finally call it complete. But anyway, if you guys like what you see, please don't hesitate to hit that like button. And if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe. I do have a new series that is going to be coming up. I've made a decision on it. I've got to do some final testing to make sure it records okay. It is not necessarily family friendly. My language in it, of course, is going to be clean, or at least as clean as possible. But the content of the game itself is kind of violent. So if you guys are on the younger side, you may want to stay away from that, or ask your parents or your guardian or your grandma, whoever you stay with, if it's okay if you can watch. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a heads up when that series does kick off. And of course there'll be a little warning at the beginning of the episode letting you guys know that this might not be suitable for the young crowd. But anyway, this is FiGuy448 signing off. You guys take care, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.